Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet and of YouTube. Welcome back to Final Fantasy Chronicles of Eno. I'm your host and game master, as always, Skajarmas, otherwise known as Tone Shift, and with me today we have our full cast of player characters. We have Hades Shadow 92 playing Thanatos, our male human Dark Knight.
Somebody's gonna die today.
Maybe. We have Luminous Starlight playing Rocket, the female cyborg chocobo warrior.
Yee.
She had like a big-ass epiphany, too. Let's see, we have Darkness playing the star of our current plot arc, Alistair, our male human paladin.
Not like this.
And last, but certainly not least, we have Neathil, played by Tom117Z, our female Elvon Ranger.
We must listen to the bird. She is the word. And she is spreading the word.
Fuck. So, where we last left off, our intrepid band of adventurers continued making their way through the ruins of Kinatoa, bumping into one of their arch-nemeses, a man named Murasan, in its depths. He spouted some cryptic nonsense to them for a while before eventually just walking away, as if he held no interest in what they were doing. Confused and unsettled, the party trekked on, solving puzzle after puzzle within the corridors of this ancient shrine devoted to Burmesian and Vieran deities, a place of shared faith and culture as a symbol of their unity and alliance. As they made their way into the deepest bowels of Kinatoa, to the bottommost chamber where the great eldritch amber-infused entity of Hades was being imprisoned, they discovered Elizabeth there, a paladin fallen on hard times and tragic traumatic events over the last several years, who had just released Hades in the hopes of killing him herself.
We found the final boss. We also found Hades.
Indeed, in the hopes of claiming revenge for the years of torment she suffered from his kin and his followers. The resulting battle was lengthy and arduous, but the party eventually came out on top, and Hades was destroyed jointly by Alistair and Elizabeth. Following this, the party began to talk with Elizabeth, offering her a journal with which they could communicate with her wherever she may be if she so desired it. In the process, they let it be revealed that Murasan was in fact the one who gave the party the direction they needed to go to get to Kinatoa in the first place. He was the one who set them on their path. And on hearing that, Elizabeth's mind began to break down as she was confronted internally with the idea that even this, her last act of personal defiance against the chains that had bound her for so long, was just another shackle. Something beyond her control. And as a result of that influx of raw, negative emotion and hopelessness and despair, the dark side that Murasan awoke within her many months prior fully manifested and took shape, overriding her control of her own body and shrouding the chamber in darkness, whereupon several shades of her silhouetted form appeared around the edges of the platform they had just fought Hades on, and began to advance as the air around everyone was filled with the cries of Elizabeth. And that is where we are beginning, everyone.
Alright, so before we hit play on this, game plan. So you got Shades of Despair, so Holy's gonna absolutely wreck these things. So we need to be on that.
Well, from what I can see, there are 5 of them and 6 of us.
And as a refresher, I've went ahead and put the music for this fight down in the chat, at least for this phase.
I wonder whether each of them will have their own ability, because we have Despair, Silence, Rage, Fear, Madness.
So, yes.
Yeah, well, Elizabeth somewhere.
Here is my idea. Each
so
of us...
6 versus 6.
No, wait, hold on.
There's
Rocket,
5.
can you scan one of them? Because they're not only boss enemies to these things.
Are you trying?
I suppose so.
All right, so Rocket, you focus your eye on one of the shades and you engage your scan ability. Your eye focuses for a bit as it tries to take the measure of these things, but there's nothing in your internal database on them. You cannot get their measure.
Game boss, we can't use scan.
Well, these are kind of like... I wonder if it would work, because these are nooks and not the actual boss.
Quite. So, can I...
They are
can I
extensions
say
of
my
her.
plan?
Okay, what was that, Hades?
I have a plan.
Okay.
Shoot.
So, again, there's 5 of them, 6 of us. Me, stay in the middle and shoot whoever you please. Each of us fans out and takes on one of them.
We say that, but we don't currently know how strong each one of these is.
Well, we'll just have to feel it out then, won't we?
Also, just as a quick heads up, yes, I have restored everyone's HP and MP. Tom, you can have that high potion you used last time back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
How about, before we continue down the line of everyone attacking everything, how about we have either Mika or Alistair use that holy spell of theirs, Dia, on one of them and see how it affects it? See if we can visually gauge how much it damages it. Like whether they are high health, low health, what.
Mika.
Alright, Alistair...
Mika?
No, you, dipshit.
Mika and Alistair.
Yes. That's why I was saying, Mika. You want to
Just
try
start off with
Dia?
one of you, and then we'll see what happens.
Alright, I'll have Mika do it first. She'll be your guinea pig because she is the NPC party member. Give me a
And she
second.
has
Her
another
character.
deputy.
Like right now, we're kind of poking the beehive, see what happens.
Right. Which one do you guys want her to target? There are 5. Despair,
Just-
Silence, Fear,
Let's
Madness, or Rage.
Start
Just pick one.
off with the one just directly ahead, Despair.
Alright, so Mika will advance. Here we go. Okay, and Dia, for her it's mine times 2. Alright. Dia costs 7
It's like Pokemon. Mika, use Dia!
I'm not a Pokemon.
Oh,
Alright.
but you're an
Recurring
adorable
joke.
one.
Recurring joke from Final Fantasy XIV.
Indeed. Okay, now let's see here. Let me check. All right,
Watch
so
it's gonna be immune to holy.
all right, so Elizabeth, or rather, Mika lifts her hand, points it forward, and pearl of light launches out, flies forward, and hits the shade of despair. There's a pulse of light, and it staggers back a bit, and it takes 60 points of damage. They take double damage from holy.
So
Oh,
60 HP down, how's it looking?
Well, oh shit, that's actually something I forgot to handle. 1 second.
You forgot to handle something. What, you didn't give it a max HP?
No, I gave them their max HP. I just forgot. These are technically swarms.
Ah!
There are 6 of each of these shades in their individual swarms, so that damage actually gets halved. I forgot about that. Hang on.
What?
Because that's how that works. Single target
You
spells.
are so full of bullshit.
I'm sorry. I just forgot to have that in there. I'm sorry. I'm fixing it now.
Why does there's already 5 of them around us. Why does each of them need to be a group?
Because it's hard.
Because fuck you.
1 for each one in each group.
Well, that completely throws my plan out of there. I was just going to use melee on this and save my magic, but now we gotta do group shit.
Alright.
That's typically what you do in a boss battle.
Hold on a second, I have a young cousin invading my room.
Alright, you can all see the green bars, right? That I'm making visible?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Those
One
are,
of them?
Yeah, the green bars are showing you how many are in each group.
Hey.
Bloody kids, open the door. What do you want? Nothing. What did I miss?
Not that much. I was just, I'm just taking a moment to make the number of each shades in each group visible.
Alright, so since Holy does double, but their group and that's a spell, how does that affect them?
It's a single target spell, so the damage will get half, so it just rounds out to just a regular 30. So the pulse of light strikes, and we'll say for purposes... two of the shades sort of as she throws the pearl forward. It pierces through two of them.
One thing I can do. Should I just open with my barrage ability for today?
Yes.
Which will hit all of them for full damage.
Yes.
Yeah, sure, you can do that if you want.
Yeah, I can only use that once, but I can do it. And it seems like a good time to do it since it's multiple.
This is literally the perfect situation.
And it can't miss. It's like use my mini non-limit break.
Mm-hmm.
Your limit break light.
Yeah.
I do hope this don't hurt Elizabeth.
So let me just roll my damage.
Well, right now we can't even see her, so we'll just have to deal with it.
Well, it's not about seeing her. Are these things connected to her or not? Is that what I'm thinking about?
Football storms. 2d6. 2d6.
Well, considering it's a dark side, then yes, I would imagine yes they are connected.
2d6 plus 45. So 53 full damage.
Alrighty.
All of them.
And that's that ability used up. I hope we don't need it again.
Well, hopefully you thin the ranks on a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, she did. Give me a second. Damn. Should've given them more hit points.
Wow. That's it?
I mean,
they're all wiped out?
No, they're not all wiped out, but they're definitely hurting.
Like the spiders all over again.
Let's see, the Shades of Despair is down to 1, and the rest are down to 3.
Nice.
So what happens is, Nee, you jump up into the air, kind of taking some inspiration from Kyra over there, and as you're lifting up, you sort of spin around in a circle, sort of, and as you do, a bunch of bolts come flying out as you're just rapid fire loading them, and just and it's almost like a firework going off with the way it sort of fans out from you, all the bolts sort of spiraling down, and
that right there is the reason why I can only use it once.
Yep. And a solid half of the shades in the chamber are gone, so...
Show off.
Despair.
If you can beat it, I welcome you to try.
Alright, let's hear. Is that Dia, Alistair?
Yep, towards despair. Main.
That should take that out.
Alright, yep, Despair.
Or actually, I took out... yeah, take out the last one. Go on then.
Alright, so you lift up your staff, fire off that pulse of light, it flies forward, hits the Shades of Despair, the last one, and it shatters and disappears into a bunch of black mist. I'm gonna put that
At least they're not surrounding us anymore.
Yay, me. Alright. Since we have to do group shit, we'll use a group stone.
Alright.
If that's...
Yeah, I'll save my disabling shot for this fight until Elizabeth herself appears.
Quiet. Power times 2, so let's... 31, let's do to rage, because me.
Right.
And then,
Is that a group target?
yes.
Okay. So 31, that's double because group. Okay.
62.
So, alright. You lift up your sight, a bunch of spikes of earth come flying down from the ceilings, pierce the earth where the Shades of Rage are. They disperse.
2 down.
Last person who hasn't gone yet is Kyra.
Oh yeah, Rocket tried to scan.
Yeah, and that was her action. So I will have Kyra.
Also, we can't see the green bar on the Shades of Madness.
Oh, you can't?
Oh.
Give me a second then.
It has 3, we know that much.
We know.
Right, for purposes, I will have Kyra use jump. So she will get her attack at the start of next round, and that brings it to the enemies.
Jump.
Alright, let's see what these 3 can
Before
do.
the enemies, if you wonder why I moved the token, I moved the token and cover Mika.
Cover. What?
Alright, so... As the shades are advancing, you all notice that they seem to be... The sort of wispiness that they got after you hit them seems to be fading a little bit. They're re-solidifying. They have regeneration, 6 HP per round.
So,
6 HP. Not
Like
bad.
her.
I mean, we took out 2 of them.
They really
in
are
one
like
round.
Elizabeth.
half of them.
So
not bad.
all 3 shades are going to advance. I'm going to have the Shades of Silence approach Alistair directly.
Makes sense. He is public
He is
enemy
the-
number 1.
I'd say he is the most hated of us when it comes to Elizabeth.
All right, and it is going to.
Lumina, this fight, since you're our second tanky kind of character, can you keep an eye on Alistair this round? This match, because I think he's going to be the big target.
I suppose so.
Alistair, does 10
Ah.
Does 10 hit you?
Yes.
It does.
All right, let me roll its damage real quick. What's your armor again?
That is 26.
Shit. All right.
Yeah, he's got the most armor out of us.
So that is
Yeah.
a point of damage. But now I need you to make an opposed
Of course.
finesse check.
I have a feeling its ability is going to be literally silence. Or whatever the ability was to stop
Right.
spellcasting.
Yeah, I'd be amazed if I beat that.
Yep. So you need
There's
to beat
no
a
way I
12.
could pull this off.
Beat a 12.
Have
Do it.
faith, young Alistair.
Do it.
I knew something like this was going to happen.
Just do it.
Screw faith, why did I have it?
All right, so
Oh, dear.
Alistair, as the shade comes in and they start sort of raking their hands and claws over you, it doesn't hurt that much. Your armor's protecting you, but one of them sort of grabs you by the throat for a second, and you're able to shrug them off. But when you do, you open your mouth to start speaking, and
Yeah, I figured.
nothing's coming out. You have been silenced.
So yeah, silence, fear, madness will probably be kind of confusion or something. Like the rolls for your effects and make a snow
Wait.
angel or sand angel. whatever it
Silence
was.
means that he can't use magic anymore.
Switchies.
Can he?
Yep, no spells.
How many turns?
4.
Well, then Alistair's basically become almost useless.
Hold on. Do any of us have anything for that?
I
like-
did, but I used it during the fight with Hades.
Let's see here. I am now going to do the
Can I say what does? I know it doesn't fix that, but what's holy water do again?
holy water. In this context, it'll cure zombie and curse.
No, it did.
All right, so
We got that last time.
okay, so
Was
the
it Echo Screen that cures silence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Echo screen.
I used it last time.
So, all right. So the Shades of Madness are going to use one of their abilities, Shades Gaze, on Thanatos.
Big part.
Does 14 hit you?
Well, fuck yes.
What's your magic armor?
Oh dear. 10.
That is 20. 25?
25.
Okay. All right, 25 damage to you. And you need to make an opposed finesse check.
I don't want to finesse. Let me use force.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, it could be 8.
Definitely.
I don't think I can.
If you
can
can't
be
be 8,
8.
we need to stick ourselves on cardio.
Don't make Kai bring out the whip on you.
You
Oh,
There
did.
you go.
You're able to resist the effects of confusion.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
confusion and then
You know, with
fear.
madness,
It's just gonna
with madness, I thought it was going to be berserk or something.
No, that was the Shades of Rage.
No.
You killed those
Ma-
already.
Yeah, madness is the squishy.
You won't let me. You won't let me let that go, will you?
Never.
I'm just glad Kyra's in the air and she can't hear it.
All right, and lastly, the Shades of Fear are going to use their gaze on Rocket. Hi, Mom. I'm in F56. What? Somewhere, but I don't know where. Sorry about that. My mom saw fit to interrupt me.
Oh.
All right,
We
so
had a lot of interruptions today.
Yeah,
not
one.
really, but anyway. Okay, so Shades of
One.
Fear are targeting Rocket. What is your avoidance again?
My avoidance is, I think,
Less than that.
9.
Yeah, it hits you. What's your magic armor?
10, I believe. Yeah.
She wears heavy armor like me, so it's 10.
So 24 damage to Rocket, and I need you to make an opposed finesse check.
Go Rocket, you're awesome. Go Rocket.
Wait, hold up, that was the wrong button.
Oh yeah, 1. Yeah. How you ever gonna do that?
Yeah, beat a.
I like
yeah,
the other one better.
Gotta beat a 14.
Damn it.
I like the other one better.
I was almost full crit.
Nope. Okay, so Rocket, as you are turning to face the shades of fear that are approaching you, their eyes light up and you feel it like digging into you a little bit. Their gaze, it's hurting your insides and your body shivers uncontrollably. And as you look at them and as you look around, something primal in the back of your head just tweaks, and you are considered afraid and under the status ailment fear, so you are effectively stunned and can take no action this round. You're just stuck on the spot, quivering in terror. And
would these effects end if we kill their casters?
No, they'll end after their timers run out.
Oh.
Or if you use a status thing to fix them.
At least it's only for a turn, unlike Alistair, who has it full.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's our turn now?
Yes, it's back to the party.
Alright. Nee, go help Rocket.
Before we do anything, can we see the result of the jump?
Oh yeah, that's right. Kyra is going to come down on the Shades of Madness behind them. So I need to roll her accuracy. And that is a 12 to hit. I'm pretty sure that hits the Shades of Madness. Yeah, that definitely hits the Shades of Madness. So Kyra's damage with her regular Thorn Whip attack. 2d6 plus
Whip it.
40, and I'm going to divide the result by 2 because group enemies. So 24 damage as she comes down. As she comes down, she brings down her whip and takes down one of the shades with a quick of her whip.
Alright, I think Alistair casted a deer.
He
can't.
Yeah, that was. I think that was a melee attack.
It was.
Yeah, an 11.
Well,
That
take a
definitely. Yeah, an 11 hits. Roll damage.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say, I wish he could do DM, but he can't.
When's the last time he did a melee attack? Let me.
All right, give me a second. So that is 17 damage. Is the shades are sort of, well, we're rounding it down because you always round down. So you lift up your staff and bring it across. You hit one of the shades of silence in the side of the head, and the whole thing just disperses from the force of the blow.
Alright, I'm going to. So there's two. I'm going to shoot the shade of silence because that one is a. I don't want it to hit Mika next. Kill that one. That's a pain in the ass.
Or you could help Rocket, who can't literally.
I think it won't since I'm still covering Mika.
The thing is, if the shade of silence lives through this round, it's going to potentially silence another caster for another 4 rounds. That's the last thing we need.
Go ahead. I'm just saying.
Like, if it gets you or Mika, like, Mika will...
Well, it's always got me.
I mean, if it gets Mika, we've lost our heals. If it gets you, Thanatos, we've lost most of our fire.
Just shoot it!
Whack in the eyes.
Doing it! My accuracy is +5, not 4.
Because Ranger.
12.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Plus 5. 55. That was a good one.
All right. Minus 27. So, you lift up your crossbow, you take aim, you fire off a shot, you hit one of the shades right between the eyes. It just disperses. There's one left in the group of shades of silence. And I'm going to have Mika come running around and make a melee attack of her own against it, conserving MP.
Let's get that book out.
Indeed, so her accuracy.
It's going to be interesting what you do in the game, because in the game version right now, you have the Encyclopedia Universalis or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
When she becomes a red mage, how are you going to change that with the sword stuff?
I'll probably just have them keep being bucks with the added info that they turn into swords.
Just up a melee attack massively.
Pretty much. Let's hear. So 14 will definitely hit. Jesus, she was one away from a critical on that. And because it's down to only one, her damage doesn't get halved.
Alright.
Sweet.
So 37 damage. Oh yeah, that one's dead. Mika sort of, as everyone else is sort of clobbering that group of shades and shooting them, Mika runs around back and stabs the last one in the back. And it disappears.
Now,
Alright, Thanatos and Kyra. Shades of Madness.
Yes, Thanatos will come over here and do another group stone to finish off the one there.
Don't forget to subtract your MP for that.
Let's finish off Madness, because Fear isn't so bad, because that only lasts one turn, its effects.
Correct. And skip douche.
$28 damage. Doubled.
56.
All right. As you're coming up behind the Thanatos, you sort of angle your scythe down and then lift it up as if you're beckoning the ground to rise, and just like a bear trap, two sort of vaguely triangular-shaped slabs of stone just rise up between the two shades and just flatten them. And then the slabs of stone descend back into the ground, and you see Kyra on the other side, and she gives you a little nod like it.
I know, right?
Shipping!
Flirt later. That's your and Rocket can't do anything this round
Because she is scarred.
because she is scared. Okay.
That's used up.
Yep.
And now there's only one.
Now there is only one. Indeed. And
Yeah.
I am going to have it advance towards Mika.
No, you do not get to do that, you fucker. Mostly she is covered.
I'm covered.
Oh yeah, so as it's marching out, so
Yes.
you quickly put yourself in the way as it comes in and makes its attack.
Nope.
You will still take the damage as if it was with Mika's armor, because that's how that works. So
I know.
But now he'll be silenced and scarred.
Ouch.
oh, that's
Ooh.
a critical. That is a critical hit. Oh dear.
Yeah, they can't stop that.
Of course it's on Alistair as well.
Of course it is. It's like Alex gets in the way and he's like, you.
Prepare all thy phoenix downs.
All right, let's see here, and then I need to
62.
Then I
Double that,
62. Yep,
62.
so 62 minus Mika's armor, which is 15.
I am so very glad it isn't Mika, because she has the least hit points.
You're
Alright,
welcome,
so,
Nika.
Alistair, you take 47 hit points. As the shades come in, they see you interspersing yourself in front of Mika, and they thrum and visibly vibrate with rage and hatred, and they all three of them come lunging in and like start grabbing at you and slicing and clawing, and you're pretty sure they're biting at you too. It hurts like hell, and you need to make another opposed finesse check.
Yeah, I figured that.
Got to beat an 11.
You can beat an
Oh,
11.
that's the boy. You can do it. Okay. At least 2 4s.
Yeah.
Hey.
So yeah, you're able to like you sort of shove them back after a moment and are able to resist being afflicted with fear. Back to the party. Rocket, you are no
Rocket.
longer afraid, so you are free to act.
Take a swing at these fucks.
Alrighty, let's see here.
I am here for the real Elizabeth, not you fakes.
14 definitely hits, Alistair.
Show me the real Elizabeth. I said the real Elizabeth. Perfection.
The question becomes, which one is the perfection? The one with the chains or the one without?
It depends what Alice's kink is.
So,
If he's really into bondage.
so Alistair and Rocket both hit it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So
Okay.
that's which
Oh shit. Yep, that's right, yeah.
cut in half.
18 damage from Alistair.
And 17 from Rocket.
Yep, and another 17 from Rocket as those two
Back
come
up.
in, and just one of the shades disperses from their joined assault.
All things considered, this hasn't been so bad. How are you going to screw us over now? Because something's coming.
Well, I'm sure he wasn't.
It's like this is the appetizer.
I mean, I'm sure he wasn't counting on your barrage deal cutting out like half of them.
Yeah, I honestly forgot you had that. So
I took it for a reason. It's very useful grouped enemies.
Okay.
Or just a lot of enemies in general.
Shoot it!
Clever kill.
kill him. 11 will
Yep,
hit.
that hits.
Damage.
All hits.
25.
50.
All
And
right,
cut it
25
half.
total. Shit. All right. Okay.
That did.
Uncomped.
So, you sort of see your opportunity as they're going after Alistair. They're like right in a line, so you aim and your bolt goes through both of them, through both of their necks, and they both disperse at once.
What?
They only had 24 hit points left, and that's the wrong layer. And half of 50 is 25, and they only had 24. So yeah, she killed them in one shot.
Now you're really just showing off.
All right, so as the last of the shades disappears, a heavy silence falls over the arena as the shadows continue undulating around the arena.
Elizabeth, we don't want to fight you.
A few seconds pass. You hear the rustling of chains up ahead. And then you see emerging from the shadows a familiar shape that you've seen but the one time. The Angel of Chains form of Elizabeth emerges from the dark. You see the bloody tears running down her cheeks, her eyes downcast, the great meat hook wings flaring out behind her. She lifts her head to look at all of you. You see her eyes have turned orange and appear vacant, as if she's not really all in there. She lifts up one of her hands to look at it, curls it into a fist, and then she swings out her arm to one side, and one of the meat hooks becomes a blade in her hand, as we've seen before, with a pulse of crackling dark energy. Her wings give a great flap. She glares down at all of you. What makes you so special? She's asking while glaring directly at Alistair. What
He can't
is
speak
it?
right now.
Well, he's kind of silenced right now. He can't talk.
We'll say for purposes in the time that that's been happening, I'll count it as a round, so you only have one more round of silence to go on. Then finally, with a harrowing scream of a combination of anger and just pure grief, she throws her head back, the shadows undulate, and she begins to advance for combat. And the second phase now begins.
Now it's time for disabling Shaw. What do we think?
Also, I posted the new music for this phase. I will also
Again.
acquire an alternate version that you may listen to. There are two versions of this song. I'll let you pick for yourselves.
And
Okay.
this arm isn't going to do anything because they're literally fused to her body right now. Escape isn't going to matter. So,
Avoidance or accuracy?
yeah, headshot I'm not going to bother because I'm not looking for a crit. I'm looking for, accuracy or avoidance. Which one do we think?
Considering
Nice,
most
so
of
she
us-
would have strong avoidance.
I mean,
But then
considering most
again-
of us are melee fighters, I would want avoidance.
Yeah.
We don't know how strong her accuracy is either, though.
That's the problem.
Or even tip 2 will make a difference there. Let's have one of us quickly do a normal attack and see if we can gauge how her avoidance is.
Okay. Well, then if we need a melee guinea pig, why not me? Charge!
Okay.
Do-do-do.
Leroy J.
Let's
Yeah.
probe this and see what her avoidance is like. If her avoidance is high, I'll go for that. I'll try and go for that. If her avoidance is manageable, I'll go for accuracy.
And 13.
13 to hit. That does hit, yeah.
Is that just hits or it hits?
It hits. It's not a just hit, but it isn't much beyond a just hit.
I'll go.
So I'm gonna say her.
I'm guessing 10 or 11 is probably a thing.
Probably 10 or 11. So
I'll go for
Avoidance.
yeah. I'll go for avoidance. That's.
I mean, she
Semi-eye.
has got wings, so she'd be very agile, I imagine.
Also, we still need Hades to roll his damage.
Yeah,
What are you doing? I'll just roll accuracy.
45.
All right. And as you come in and swing your scythe, she sort of
I hit.
tries to... Yep, you've hit me, but give me a sec. You swing in with your scythe, Thanatos, trying to get in a hit, and she lifts her blade to catch it, but you just manage to get a little cut on her collarbone, or on that part of her chest. She growls, and with a great swing of her blade sends you flying back a few feet, and you land back next to Neothil, who just as she fires off her shot. So Neve, roll your damage.
Alright, so. Yeah, sorry, I had another interruption of my mother this time.
Go figure.
Yep. So roll damage.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, I load her accuracy. No, accuracy, avoidance by 2. So maybe that'll give me about 8. And 50 damage.
Indeed. All right. And her avoidance gets beaten down by 2. All right. So yeah, you fire off a shot, and it comes flying up, and Elizabeth sort of lifts up her offhand, and it pierces through her wrist and comes out the other side. And she sort of curls that hand into a fist, and the arrows snap and fall away.
Some of her chain wings sagging a bit.
A little.
This isn't gonna be easy.
Sister. She's not as agile as she was. Hallelujah. Still, if she was on 10 avoidance, 8 is much more manageable for our level. That's easy, doable.
Indeed.
All right. Let's see here. Alistair, what are you doing?
Of Mika, ready for a defend, and drinking a regular potion.
Are you sure you need that?
Well, I mean,
You're on 200.
he's
You're
on-
on 242 health out of 290. You don't really need a regular potion. That's 25% of your hit points.
And what's 25% of his hit points? Let's see.
I
290 divided by
lose a
4
bit of a chunk of my health.
is
That's what I'm saying.
72.
Yeah, so you don't need it just yet. I say hold on to it for the moment.
Quite.
Then yeah, I guess that's it.
You're not even under a quarter. You haven't even lost a full quarter yet. So.
All right, so you're taking a defensive stance in front of Mika?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Rocket, what are you doing?
Let's see.
You could try poisoning her. We haven't done that in forever.
Yeah,
Poison
but
usually
that's
doesn't
a
work
different
on
set of
end
claws.
bosses like this.
That's a different set of claws.
Yeah, it doesn't exactly have time to swap out for those right now.
And again, usually poison doesn't work on end bosses like this. It
Remember,
would be really stupid OP if it did.
What else have you got on your abilities list?
We're trying to knock some sense into her, not knock her out or poison her.
Okay,
I remember we're trying to end this fight non-lethally. Can we declare that now?
Yeah,
Yes.
I am well aware of your intentions. You don't need to declare it, I know.
Seeing if there's anything in Rocket's list that might be of use here beyond just a normal kick. Because he doesn't have nuts to kick.
I mean, as far as the warrior goes, I don't know how.
First strike, destructive strike, defy gravity, skilled hero, scan, fly, and
What does
status.
destructive strike do?
Tone.
I'm looking. It's not actually part of the warrior list. So it must be a shared ability. Destructor Strike. When making a force check specifically to destroy an object or equipment and not as a part of a resistance roll to avoid a status effect or similar, the character always receives a +4 bonus to their roll.
Nah, that's not.
I mean, we could keep trying to talk to her, but she kind of has the blade thingies.
I'm not sure she's going to listen until we've knocked the amber out of her, so to speak.
Just a breath. Besides, I
Even
can't see
then.
anything right now.
That's assuming she has amber in her.
Well, it's kind of a Darkside Amber Chloe thing. It's kind of like right now, it's like when she attacked the village, you know, she was in the trance.
Yeah.
Like, we're presuming she actually has amber in her, though.
It is worth
Not presuming
noting.
she
It is
has
worth
amber
noting.
in her.
It is worth noting to
But
remind
she
you
has-
all to remind you all of something Kaya said before. Dark sides tend to manifest differently.
So I don't think this is an amber necessarily.
Yeah.
Well, at least not in her. Who knows by how Murasan unlocks it, as he did. But either way, the ultimate bottom line point I'm making is that until she's not Chain Angel, she's not going to listen to anything we say. Because she's fully entranced.
Then we need to get her out of the trance somehow.
Which we need to do by
I'm trying to figure
non-lethally
out.
defeating her.
I just whittle her down until we wear her down.
I
the
guess
one
we
where-
can do that. Like, wear her down.
And I mean, if we non-lethally defeat her, she'll be so weak at that point that she probably won't be able to hold that form.
Right. So,
Mm. So go ahead and attack, or...
go for it.
Okay,
Gotta get
so
up.
we need her alive.
Yep.
Yeah,
Alright,
we've
why-
already declared non-lethal. That's a given for this entire fight.
alright,
This
so,
other dude, no matter how much damage you're doing, it would be non-lethal anyway. You'd be
With
fine.
how strong she is right now, we probably have to go at her like we're intending to kill.
And once she's no longer Chain Angel and she's Elizabeth again, Alistair can go in with the negotiation checks to try and
Alright.
sort this shit out.
17 to hit will definitely hit. You at this point, Rocket, you literally cannot miss unless you get a critical fail. Her avoidance is in the single digits now. 37. All right. So Rocket, you come charging in and leap and sort of lift up your mechanical leg and kick her square in the chest, and she sort of drifts back a few feet from that. Let's see here. I'm
Mika
going-
and Kyra haven't done anything yet.
I'm going to have Mika cast Blizzara.
I think Dia might also work again in the situation.
but
Lots of stuff going.
Well, Blizzara already does more damage, even if it is doubled. Even if Dia is doubled.
True, but at least in terms of Alistair using it.
Yeah. Well, he's still silenced for one turn.
Next round he's not. He's fine.
Whoa.
And this round we get to see what Elizabeth can do. Oh boy, I can't wait to see her limit break later on as well.
Don't. Please don't mention that it breaks right now.
Basically,
You are seriously tempting fate. You know
it's
that?
going to happen. It's a final boss. It's going to happen.
All right. So, as Mika
Magic armor is 20.
and her regular armor is 0.
Okay, so melee works best.
She is shunning defense.
Cool.
So,
That makes me worried about her attack.
yep, Mika lifts up a hand and lifts up her sword, and underneath Elizabeth a bunch of ice gathers. She looks down and it comes shooting up in a bunch of ice javelins. And Elizabeth sort of dances around them as well as she can, but she still takes plenty of damage. So, yep. So that's 49 damage, and let me double check her elemental resistances.
I know this is the dark side, but do you think she's immune to shadow damage?
All right, and I'm going to have Kyra use jump again because she's
Next
too
round,
slow.
Toss. Do you want to get Kais into things?
Well, yes, that was the idea.
All right, and
But-
now it is back to
Elizabeth.
It is to Elizabeth. And
All right.
all right,
What
so
can she do?
as the round as her turn begins, she sort of glares at all of you. Her eyes glow for a second, and you see her wounds slowly stitching shut as she regains 12 hit points because of her regeneration factor.
12!
It seems acting has been amped.
As long as we get consistent damage on her, that's manageable because we did plenty this round. Like
And-
50, 37.
We still don't know how much damage she can do.
We'll have to find out, I'm sure.
Well, he's currently plotting on what he is going to do to us right now.
I'm going through my options. I got a lot of them.
He is currently plotting. That is just his general state of mind.
Okay, well, let's see here. Rocket, since you're right in front of him, or her, Elizabeth's going after you.
Okay.
What is your avoidance?
It's 9.
Well, she hit you. What's your armor again?
20.
Like what? My magic or my?
Regular.
Say, the
Regular
slight nervous laughter as he asked that.
What?
Really annoyed.
20?
20.
Okay.
Sorry, I had to speak over everyone.
Sorry.
One at a time.
That's 136 points of damage.
Is that just normal attack for her?
That is her close range attack. Like I said, she is shunning defense. So, Rocket, after you kicked her and landed, Elizabeth sort of glares down at you, and with a furious banshee-like scream, charges forward, like grabs you by the throat, lifts you off the ground, throws you up, and then hits you with her sword, and you just go flying to the other side of the arena and just go crashing along the ground, leaving a sizable trench in your wake.
Guys, Nee, did she just yeet our bird?
Okay, Elizabeth, I know you're going through a hard time, but fuck you.
Jeez.
Alright, see if you can stay at range with her.
Alright. Alistair, you are no longer silenced.
Alright, one of you get to Healing Rocky. I'm going to move slightly further away so I don't know how far she can move. So I'm going to move not within a long distance over here. Yeah, still fine. And I'm going to shoot her.
Alright. Roll accuracy. 12
Yep.
will hit.
Nice.
She doesn't have armor, so it's going to be 53 damage.
53 damage, indeed.
She doesn't. Yeah. See if you can. Everyone, try and shoot her at range because close. That's going to be brutal.
Yeah.
The exception to that is Rocket because she's purely melee. So healers, be ready for that.
Alright, so yep, you fire off your shot, and it sort of glances by Elizabeth's cheek, drawing a little bit of blood. Let's see here. Alistair, what are you doing? Oh, wait, hold on.
Life does again.
Hold up. Before much else, Kyra's jump actually goes off. I forgot to do that.
Quite.
So Kyra comes down behind Elizabeth again and makes her attack. So I need to make an attack roll. Shit.
So Alistair and Mika should both move further back and then do spells.
Oh.
Someone heal Rocket, another launch and attack Elizabeth.
Yeah, healers, please stay back.
Okay. Kyra definitely hits.
Yep.
We'll need healers for this.
And that is 44 damage to Elizabeth as she comes down, raking her whip along Elizabeth's back. Let's see
Can
here.
Kyra still move?
Yeah, she still has her full turn. That counted as the end of her slow action from the previous round. So yeah, she still has full movement and actions.
Alright, we'll figure that out in a second. Darkness, do something.
Looking up what life does.
Life? That's a spell you have?
It's listed. 30 EMP.
Life. A smiling
Found it.
cherubium descends from the heavens and basks an unconscious ally in a golden glow. No matter how close to their demise the target may have been, they find themselves whisked safely back from the brink of death. The spell may be used on a short-range allies with 0 HP or less, and it returns them to 1.
Save that.
Yeah, save that for an emergency. That's
Yeah,
when-
just read it right here as well.
when one
So
of us goes
yeah.
down. That's basically.
That's such a good spell. Holy crap.
It costs 30
Why
MP.
did you tell us you had that?
You didn't ask.
Did you get that last level up? I think I remember something about that.
Yeah. He just hasn't had an opportunity to use it yet because you guys have managed to avoid being KO'd.
So basically,
That's
you have a
super
spell that's as good as a Phoenix Down.
It's essentially,
way, yeah.
It's essentially a Phoenix Down, but it costs 30 MP to use.
He's got a shit ton of MP.
Exactly. So that's why I went for it.
So how about you do a cure on our bird who just got yeeted?
First, move away
Yeah,
from
that seems to-
the chains.
I'm
Away.
waiting for freaking Mika to move because I'm covering her.
She'll move in her moment of turn. She's an NPC, but for now, you move away. I'm sure she will follow because Miko's a smart girl. That's why I need loves her.
Well, let her go first, and
Oh,
then
no.
I shall heal. And I also heal the bird.
All right.
So yes,
So
go
let's
down
see
there.
here. Cure will cost you 7 MP,
Seven.
Alistair, because I need to be on top of that because you typically haven't been. And Mika will also cast.
It costs 7.
Yeah, Cure. First level Cure costs 7 MP. And Mika is using a typical Cure as well to conserve MP.
Thanatos,
Double the mind.
summon Caius and step back.
I will let them cure Rocket first.
Okay, I'm doing that now. And don't lag. Whoa.
Wait, is that cure him?
No, that's Cure. Normal one.
Oh, okay.
All right. So, Rocket, Meek and Alistair come running up to your sides and sort of hunker down and put their hands on you as you're just twitching and struggling to catch your breath from that blow, and some green stars wash over you, and you're still very sore, but you're not, like, paralyzed from the pain anymore, so you haul yourself back to your feet with their help. And, all right. All right.
Okay.
Thanatos, you're doing anything?
I shall initiate the Darkside and summon thine Caius.
All right. Are you expending any destiny to mitigate the HP loss?
Yes. And that's 1 destiny, right?
Let me double check
Well,
the ability thing.
You'll regain that destiny at the end of this match, so...
Pretty sure it's just 1.
Yeah.
I'm looking. I'm looking.
I would drink up a potion, Rocket, if you got any.
Thanatos.
Let's see here.
Yeah, it's 1 point of destiny.
If you need a potion that's of any degree, I have
No,
several.
no, I got one.
Alright, good up.
The high potion.
Let's see here.
I guess
Where-
I'll drink the high potion.
Where did I put
Oh, wait a minute.
Caius?
Yeah, high potion.
Where did I?
Which would be better in this case? High
Oh,
potion or
considering
regular?
she's that low.
High potion is half hit points, so... And she's half down, so that makes sense. It'll get back up
Yeah.
to full.
Yeah, that'll work.
Go for it.
Alright.
Stay alive.
So I think I did. Right. So
Got it.
I think I did a stupid and deleted Caius' token instead of moving it to the GM layer. So it's gonna take me a bit to, so it's gonna take me a second to pull it back up. So
You'll stoop.
yes.
You
Oh, Caius is huge.
Not meant to be. Give me a sec. Yeah, sure.
Kaiju Caius.
you
remember
you
that.
deleted Caius even though you knew that we'd probably be using it.
He was Yeetus Deletus, and then he came back as a kaiju.
All right. Let's see here.
He was Eatus Deletus, then he came back as for the fracas.
Fetus deletus.
Fetus, delete us.
No.
So yeah.
All right. So yep. Caius appears next to you. This is serious.
Is there any way we can snap her out of this?
Only thing I can think of is to beat it out of her for the time being. After that, we'll have to pick our words carefully.
It certainly works on you.
Me is now the time.
I'm stressed.
All right. So,
You're not the only
so
one.
okay. So you don't
All right.
really have much more time for chatter this round. So what are you doing?
Okay, so I'm going to use Caius as a little bit of a guinea pig and see if this works. I'm going to have him do a regular fire spell, but Caius can use all the abilities that I do, right?
Yeah, he pretty much just acts as a second token of you. You can control him yourself.
Okay, so using 5 MP for a fire spell, but having him activate Darkside.
Right, and you both have that on as default for this first round
So
of him existing.
okay, so it doesn't take a bit of his HP.
No, it doesn't, because he counts as part of that manifestation. So long as you're under the effects of Darkside, so is he.
Perfect guinea pig.
Oh, cool. So, yeah, using 5 of his MP for Fire Spell plus the Dark Side, I'm going to see if she takes shadow damage.
All right, roll it.
And I suggest you move back, and also Kaya.
Well, I will here in a second. Times 6. That's 72.
All right, so Caius lifts his hand. A shadowy ball of energy gathers around, and he pitches back and he yucks it at Elizabeth. As it goes along the ground, it sort of creates like this little miniature trench in the ground with the raw energy output. And then it hits Elizabeth. And after a second, she sort of turns around and glares at you and does not appear to have been hurt by it in any meaningful way.
Okay, so
Elizabeth is immune to shadow damage.
Good. Alright, now, Caius and Thanatos, step away.
Okay, so yeah, we shall be.
Oh, I hope Kaya can get out of there.
Kyra, yes. How many times could she use jump this in a single battle?
It's just a thing she can use. It just takes her out of the battlefield when she uses it, and she doesn't come back in until the start of her next turn.
Keep her out and it'll do damage. So I like that because it'll keep her at range while still doing melee. That's good.
Right,
Get out of there!
Yep, Kyra is going
If
to
our
use.
enemy starts charging,
Yeah, Kyra is going to use jump
what
again.
I would do is have her jump so she survives.
Yeah, Kyra uses jump again. Like after she came down and raked her thorn whip across Elizabeth's back, Elizabeth then turned and swung out at her horizontally, and Kyra jumped up, landed on the blade as it was coming in, and then jumped off of it and is now airborne again.
Okay. Also, Rocket took a potion. She's back up to full, just so you know.
Okay.
Also, does me summoning Caius count as an instant, or is that my whole action this turn?
Does Darkside count as an instant action?
Yes.
Then yes, summoning Caius was your instant action. But you are
Okay,
still under the
so-
effects of Darkside this round, so.
And shadow damage isn't going to do any good, so I'll just wait till next round, where I can turn it off.
All right.
Kyra using jump makes sense though, because it'll keep her safe and it'll also allow her to do a little bit of damage each turn. So
Alright.
We're going
makes
to
sense.
abuse jump so bad right now.
All right.
Good. Yeah, she's here for us to abuse the fuck out of for damage. Let's do it.
Okay,
All right,
so
let's see
what's
here.
this turn?
What's she gonna do now? Hopefully us being at range just help at least a little.
Oh, I'm sure she's got a ranged attack. She's
Not as
got
much
chains.
as melee.
What she's going to do is she's going to lift a hand over her chest, and when she pushes it back out, also I need to give her back her 12 HP. When she pushes it back out, a bunch of hexagonal blue lights form around her, and I need to roll a d4. For the next
Great.
3 rounds, she will be under the effects of Shell.
Which does
And
what?
what does Shell do?
She takes half damage from magic-based attacks.
Oh, that's fine for me. I'm gonna shoot her. After Kyra's jumped.
Yep.
And is that all that she's doing?
Hey guys,
She's going to drift forward a bit. Yes, Lumina?
I guess we're not off the hook yet.
She's on her usual roll.
All right. Party round. Kyra comes down with jump as the party turn begins. So her accuracy.
How much I want to bet Elizabeth's going to get really annoyed with Kyra with the jumping? Can she hit Kyra when she's jumping?
No, and that just hits.
So her avoidance is now 9.
Indeed.
So it was 11. I got it down by 2.
That is 49 damage. As she comes down. And then Kyra is going to jump immediately again.
This is something I'm very glad she has, and I also see why it's ability she can use, but none of us.
It's just a Dragoon thing.
It's a Dragoon thing.
But if a player
I
had
didn't know we
that,
could
that
abuse
seems
it like this.
yeah, if a player had that seems almost broken because they could never be hit.
Well, let me double check how it works really quick. Let's see here.
That does seem odd to me.
With a standard action, the Dragoon may leap a long range, vertically, horizontally, or both. Upon doing so, the dragon's turn immediately ends. Until the beginning of the dragon's next turn, the character is considered to be soaring through the air too quickly to be targeted, and the Dragoon is immune to any negative or beneficial single target attacks or spells. Status single target, so group spells can still hit. Status conditions such as poison continue to affect the Dragoon while they're jumping, and the character can still be affected by group or local target attacks. When the Dragoon lands at the beginning of the next turn, they may make an instant force check to destroy the surface they land on, or instantaneous melee attack against one enemy within a short range. However, this attack cannot be a critical hit or create a limit break. Spells and effects treat the Dragoon as having the auto-flight status during the use of this innate ability, preventing them from suffering falling damage or being affected by Earth-based spells and abilities for the duration of the jump. The Dragoon may also may only use jump when on a reasonably solid surface, and while riding a mount capable of flight, the attack is generally more of a swoop than a jump.
So she is immune from everything but like a big AoE.
Right. Yeah. Those will still fuck her up. Which means we did it wrong during Quetzalcoatl.
It's fine.
Okay. Well,
she got lucky that round. Anyway,
Right. Knee is going to shoot.
Hits. Yep.
Still a hella good ability.
52.
That it is.
It is the Dragoon's whole thing. The problem is it takes them out of the action, more or less. Alright, so 52 damage. Alright, you fire up another shot, and this one sort of scrapes by Elizabeth's thigh, sort of gets tangled up in her chains for a sec before dropping to the ground.
You say it takes out the action, but she still does a bit of damage every turn.
Right. Okay, let's see here. Thanatos, what are you and Caius doing? And you can let him act independently if you want, as a heads up.
Well,
I mean, she has no magic armor, so just fire at Earth.
Oh, no, she has magic armor. It's 20. She doesn't have any
Physical armor, right.
Physical armor.
Oh, yeah, and also her magic is... she takes half of magic now as well, doesn't she, because of Shell.
Because of Shell, yep, and I just applied a little visual filter there to help emphasize that.
That's a bugger.
That is quite the bugger, but... since I really don't want either of us to go in melee range as of yet, I'm going to see how well she likes fire. So both me and Caius will be using Fira.
Nice.
How long does Shell last?
Hang on a second while I make her, her timer visible. You should see it there, a green bar.
Alright.
Okay.
She rolled a 3 to see how long it would last.
So here is me. And Caius.
68 plus 69.
68 and 69, but those get cut in half.
So, like, 34 and then minus 20 from that, so it's not going to be much.
About 48 damage. She doesn't seem to have any particular care one way or the other in terms of fire damage. So no elemental reaction. So you fire off a couple of big-ass fireballs. They explode against her. Big cloud of smoke. A few seconds pass before she swings her sword down and the clouds just part.
I'm starting to feel like her elemental deals are kind of like me now, considering she was human, but now her only weakness, which was shadow, is gone.
It is worth noting, she counts as a humanoid fiend right now. So because of fiend, it takes extra damage from holy, but due to Darkside, she has a Darkside active right now, she doesn't take any damage from shadow. But those are her only elemental reactions.
So,
well, in panic, she is close to me. At least I can use Bloodletter, which I still have from last fight.
yes.
It is.
But let's not test that. But we
it's an urgency thing.
She is the deal of the holy, so at least Alistair can do something.
Speaking of
Alistair, go and throw your deer at her.
Alright. 33 minus, let's see here.
Divide that by half. And then, actually, no, double it, so it's...
A toast.
What? I just hear him saying toast, so what is he saying?
I don't,
What?
Hang on a second.
Thanatos.
Let's see here. Okay.
That's
so,
what I said, Thanatos. Hang on, it's my fucking...
So she takes double damage from a holy.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes, we
Yeah.
can hear you. That gets halved.
Working.
That gets halved by shell, so it's back down to just 33, and then minus 20 for
he-
magic armor, so 13 damage.
On what? I was healing Thanatos.
Wait,
Oh.
healing-
I thought you were
I
casting
just said
Dia.
that.
I thought that was a
No.
deal.
Okay, I'm checking my mic settings.
You're. Okay.
I said it! I haven't moved from the mic.
Okay.
All right, cool. All right. Oh, okay. So then it's just a back up to max.
Well, that wouldn't have done much damage to her anyway.
Rocket,
Okay.
what are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Let's see. Damage is halved, right?
Magic
From
damage is
magic.
halved.
Your damage won't be
Magic?
half.
Like regular melee attacks are fine.
Those,
Yeah.
those do full
No, that-
damage because she has no melee armor.
No, that would leave you vulnerable, though you could always do a big triple Phoenix Blasty Blast.
I could. I'd have to declare it non-lethal so it doesn't kill her.
I mean, we already know
Right.
you're all doing non-lethal. You don't need to declare it. I know.
A non-lethal nuke. Let's go.
There we go, that should be better.
Okay, let's see here. Which one?
I think Phoenix would be better, 'cause at least that keeps you at range.
Yeah, the big wings
Compared
thing.
to the Rockizumi one will put you close, which we don't
That's the one
want.
where I have to roll three accuracy rolls, right?
Yeah, and you practically can't miss a critical fail.
Okay.
Because Rocket is a mad lad. Mad lass, I suppose.
All right, so you're using your limit break flaming wings.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and make me 3 accuracy checks then. That hits. Fuck.
One. So.
That will.
Oh, that's a critical fail. That missed.
Critical fail.
I don't know. Hold on, let me double check something about limit breaks. Because I don't know if those can count as critical fails.
Well, at least 2 of them have hit. We'll see about 3.
Let's see here. Okay, yeah. For purposes, we'll go ahead and say that 2 of these hit. All right.
Still, that's a lot of damage.
Okay,
hopefully.
so let's see. Remind me again what your power is.
My power is 10.
Okay, and your weapon is tier 3. Yes.
I believe so.
Yes.
Then I would like you to roll for me. 4d6 plus 140 damage. And shave off the destiny required for that, of course.
Well, she's going to get back at the end of this anyway.
Oh, we lost Alice.
That one destiny. How many destiny points does it cost?
I think 2. Let me see here.
All right.
3. It's 3.
Yeah, never break 3.
Okay.
Hey, Darkness, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. I just had to change some settings.
Yeah, it's fine.
150.
And
140.
this, Domina, is why we are bloody lucky to have
Alright,
you.
150 damage. Okay, nice. So, Rocket, you sort of move forward a little bit so that you don't actually get your buddies and the flames fan out your wings. The big flames come bursting out of your rocket boosters, and with 3 great flaps, you send the waves of flame forward. Elizabeth turns towards you as they're coming in and sort of swings her sword aside to disperse the first one, but the next one's blast into her, and she sort of goes sliding back a ways from the force of the flames. And that hurt.
How's she looking?
Like she's uncomfortable.
I mean, it's an end boss. That's not going to...
I just like to keep track of these things, so I can gauge. Rocket, you made a hole.
She's scorching the place. You know, I don't think Vise is going to like you burning the temple.
All right, let's see here. Who hasn't gone yet? I think Mika's the only one.
Yeah.
All right, so I am going to... Let me see here.
Also a bonus of Rocket's move, I just realised. I stuck her right at the other side of the ring, further away from us.
I'm going to have Mika hold her action for the moment and just assume a defensive stance.
Right.
Yeah, because magic is halved.
All right, so... Through this cloud of smoke, a moment later, Elizabeth comes charging through with a bellowing scream of rage. Faster than any of you were expecting.
Whoa.
Let's see here. Yep, you're all in a medium range.
AoE attack.
Getting sick and tired of you all ganging up on her, she is going to lift her hand into the air and use Dark Pulse.
And, wait, if this is an AoE, does it hit Kyra?
She's not in range, judging by that, what you were just doing.
Yeah, Kyra's not in range of this one.
And Kyra dodges it yet again.
That's here. So let's
back,
hear.
everyone.
All right, so
I feel like this is going to really hurt.
so let's hear. So
Dark Pulse, is this a dark-based spell? If so, Thanatos and Ice are fine.
No.
It doesn't. It's non-elemental.
It's just called that.
Yeah. So it's a 13 to hit. Who all does that hit?
I'm gonna...
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that hits everybody.
I'm after this, I'm suing Elizabeth for false advertising. This is,
All
So,
right.
yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits everybody.
Alrighty. We'll go through this one at a time. So Thanatos, what's your magic
Fine,
armor?
I take double.
Oh yeah, Thanatos, what's your magic armor?
10. And I'm pretty sure that likes Kaya, so...
Oh yeah, Caius. Caius just sort of like as he gets punted into.
Well, bye everybody, thanks for having me.
Jesus.
So yep, the blast hits him and he disperses. So I'll just move him off to one side.
So,
Kaya.
Alistair gets double 96 minus Mika and Alice's armors.
Yep,
This is gonna hurt him bad.
So we'll do this next. Alistair,
177 damage for me.
Okay, so...
I took in mind of Mika's 15 armor.
2 minus 86...
All right, how
In
much was that
total-
for you, Alistair?
177.
Oh,
me.
Jesus! All right. So yeah, you take quite a bit of that. Rocket, what was your magic armor? 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you also
And the
take
grunt.
86.
Hmm.
And Neothil.
I take 81 damage.
All right. So yep.
Because in total it's 192. She just
We need a heal round.
The pulse goes off. Everyone takes a right knack. And then as party's turn, Mika is going to drop her defensive stance and immediately cast Cura.
On who?
Everyone.
It's everyone.
Alright, this round we need to sort ourselves out and get back from her again. Because we don't want her to do another melee. That was a special ability she just used, hopefully at one-time use, maybe?
She can use that whenever.
Fuck.
Oh.
Alright, in that case, we need to maybe split apart a little bit more.
That hurt like hell.
We need to get away from her, but kind of spread ourselves out a little bit further.
All right, everyone regains 31 hit points as Mika casts Cura over the group.
Alright. We're gonna need more heals on this round because her main attack is devastating.
My best.
Alright, so that's Mika, and she's staying behind Alistair. Alistair, what are you doing?
So big she move and then I move. Basically, we split up would be a good idea. So it doesn't get all of us.
She'll move with you. And bear in mind, if Mika is attacked while you're covering her, so long as you're within a medium range and there are no obstructions, you'll cover her anyway. So you can be a little spread.
I'm measuring. So let's see, what is the... I could go one whole medium range, then cast a heal spell.
That'll be good. Saying if you go over there, I can have Nico over here. Say, well,
Or even over here. I'm trying to think. I'm either going to go this... Hang on.
I'd say this way, because... so
either this way or this way.
I'd say up.
Okay.
Just so the rest of us have more
Mika.
space to spread out.
Mika moves with you. Also, Kyra's jump goes off.
Yeah.
Just the constant bug that's landing on her and biting her.
14 to hit. Yep.
Let's see.
So that's 45 damage she deals to Elizabeth as she comes in.
Alley up, up, shit goes up.
And then quickly backs off and jumps again.
Thank you, Kara.
Alright.
I'm going to try and move down here, further away. It's 174 hit points. I've got 3/4 of my health. I'm going to try and do a shot because I'm better off than other people.
Alright.
Also, who did Alistair heal? I missed that.
I'm deciding between Thanatos or Rocket. I think Rocket needs it more.
Yeah, Rocket. Give it to Rocket.
Bear in mind, someone needs to heal you because you're on 96. A hit will kill you.
You know,
A hit on Mika
Rocket
will kill you.
I wish I could do two things.
I mean,
Just frickin' give her this and then I drink a high.
I mean,
You could also cast Astra on someone.
God damn it.
Pretty sure he's already used Astra today.
no, he hasn't actually.
Okay. Yeah,
He's used
to you
cover.
then.
I mean, he used it in the battle with Hades, but not this battle. So, yeah, you can
Alright,
put Astra on Rocket and then drink a high potion.
That would make sense. That will protect Rocket for one attack, and you can also heal yourself so you won't die immediately if you will make her attack. She wants to kill you, Darkness, remember that. You particularly.
So, do that. Darkness.
You're muted, Darkness.
I think he got called away.
Unmute, dipshit.
Well, while he's deciding that, I'm gonna shoot her.
Okay. Yep, that hits.
Good thing I lowered accuracy.
Indeed.
Avoidance, rather.
Indeed.
0.9.
49. She is she is not she is getting angrier.
She is a literal glass cannon. Just
Sorry for that. Now my mother interrupted me.
Did you hear what we were saying about you casting Astra on Rocket and then healing yourself with a potion?
No, I had to go because she interrupted me.
Okay.
So we were saying, cast
Yeah,
Astra on
yeah.
Rocket, you're a protector for 1 round, and heal yourself so... with a
I
high
can't
potion-
do that.
why can't you?
I already used Astra on
In a different fight.
Elizabeth.
In a different fight, you didn't. I
Not in
don't-
this fight.
You have not used Astra yet.
I thought Astra can only be used for 1 time a day or
I'm
something.
pretty sure that's the rule we did, yeah.
So I used it
Ah,
Fuck.
on
Alright,
this.
well, fucking heal yourself. Rocket can take another attack.
you cannot. If you or Mika are attacked, you're gone, and she wants
Well,
to kill
my
you.
DA won't do much, but I have got a high.
Drink a high potion.
Okay,
Or you will be dead.
I would drink.
And I will not be coming over there to save your ass this time.
Alright, so Alistair, you pop a high potion and get back 145 hit points.
I'm sure it's you that needs the saving.
Alright, so now you won't die immediately.
All right. Rocket, what are you doing?
I guess I could go in for another attack.
All right.
Yeah, we're with that shell up. We're gonna need to lay on the melee, even if we do
Yeah.
get it hit.
Next round, focus on healing Rocket, because I have a feeling she's going to get sliced.
That'll definitely hit. Roll damage.
Damn it! It was almost a crit.
Nearly.
Only 3 more, and it would have been. 38 damage. Okay. So yeah, you sort of jump up and deliver a harsh peck to Elizabeth's pelvis. She doesn't like it. Has anyone not gone yet?
Pretty sure I haven't.
Okay. What are you doing?
Thanatos.
Yeah,
You-
fuck it.
you could-
we need
you
to
could-
we need to lay on the melee.
Alright.
So yeah, I can
At
take
least,
it.
at least I suppose that gives Elizabeth more options, quote unquote. Since she isn't guaranteed for one.
I need to roll accuracy first.
If you can see that as a good thing.
That just
That's
hits. Roll damage.
Good call on that.
Oh shit!
Accuracy. Avoidance debuff there. Hades.
That's max damage.
48.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
As you come in as she's reeling from the peck, Rocket gave her, you come in and sort of give her a nice little slice across her thigh. Alright, and I believe that is everyone, so it's back to Elizabeth. She
I
regains,
hate not being able to use shadow damage. I used to do so much.
and she regains 12 hit points because of her healing factor. She's looking a little rough at this point.
Okay, is this where I think is about to happen?
Oh god.
Like, when he specifically mentions she's looking rough.
So Elizabeth is going to look around at everyone.
Fuck.
Um,
He was gonna do it anyway. I knew it. I know that tone in his voice. It was the same with the Hades fight. It was the same with the Caius fight.
okay,
So,
shut up and let him do it.
So yeah, Elizabeth is going to use her limit break, Broken Chains.
I hate you.
Prepare for a healing round.
So she's going to flap her great wings and land somewhere in the middle of everyone, sort of drifting a few feet in the air above the ground. And with an enraged cry, she lifts a hand up to the heavens. And up above, overhead, you watch as this, strike of light sort of runs across the top of the cavernous chamber. And it peels open, bringing down this unholy mixture of divine light and
Down.
eldritch shadow that opens up. You look up and it's blinding to look at, and the sound of giant chains rattling and clanking together becomes deafening in your ears. Several of them, colossal in scale, tipped with spikes, rain down from that veil and pierce the edges of the platform, causing the earth to shake and knocking all of you to the ground. And you look up just as the chains pull up on the platform, ripping a massive chunk of it free that contains all of you, lifting it higher and higher into the air. Soon enough, you're basically floating on a small floating island way above the platform that you were fighting on. As you're looking around trying to get back to your feet through the blinding light and the trembling earth, one of you, Alistair, you sort of manage to get a look down over the edge, and you see Elizabeth floating beneath it with this determined scowl. She readies her sword and comes flying up, and you barely even have a moment to blink before there's this crescent of energy as she slices right through the bottom of the island, and the whole thing just breaks apart. And now all of you tumble back to the earth, being battered on all sides by chains and stone and metal and biting light and burning darkness. And you all come crashing back to the ground. And before much else, I need everyone to make opposed force checks, please.
Fuck.
I know one thing what's happening right now is we're falling on the other side.
Am I allowed to use finesse for this with trying to land well?
That's not what you're rolling against. You're trying not
Oh wait,
to.
I have that athletics thing.
You're trying to avoid becoming blinded, is the thing. This has nothing
okay.
to do with your fall. You're trying to resist the light.
Yeah.
Okay, so Neothil is blind.
Motherfucker.
I was
again.
so close. I even got really high rolls.
Let's see here.
This is such bullshit.
Rocket, your force?
I'm working on it.
Okay.
I only have +3 for that. Oh.
Alistair, you are blind.
We're all
Everybody.
blind. We're all
Just a
blind.
note, probably as we're falling.
Does that
Alistair-
affect Kyra? Because
Oh yeah, it absolutely affects Kyra. Kyra gets hit by this.
May I?
I don't think it affected me.
How come?
May I say something?
Sure, what is it, Darkness?
Well, probably knowing Alistair as he's falling, he managed to grab hold of frickin' Miko and took most of the hit as he hits the
does
ground.
cover work in this case?
Alistair is unconscious.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you'll all
Prepare
figure
Phoenix down immediately, because otherwise he will die next round.
Wait,
Alright.
we haven't even seen the damage yet.
I can already tell you he's
No.
unconscious because of how massive that hit was. I'm gonna roll damage here in a second once I figure out how many people are blind.
Oh fuck, this is
so
gonna hurt.
Let's hear. Mika is blind.
We're all blind.
Wait, I got an 11.
Yeah,
her rolls
he
15.
rolled a 15.
Yeah, a 15 against Elizabeth was Elizabeth's finesse. So yeah,
But
Rocket.
mine was almost a perfect roll. It was.
It doesn't matter because
If it
Every
was-
single one of us needed a crit to
Every-
succeed.
Yeah, unfortunately, Elizabeth's finesse is very high in this case, and boss stats. So
Oh, that's
Rocket-
stupid.
Yeah, I don't make the rules. I just work with them.
yes, you do.
You made Elizabeth.
I made Elizabeth. I don't make how opposed checks work or how stats are calculated.
Let's be salty.
Okay, just tell us how much damage.
Hang on, I gotta roll Kyra's finesse.
We all know she's gonna be blind too.
Yep, she's
See?
blind. And Hades, what was yours?
Mine was the highest out of all of us, but I still fail because it's just
14.
barely missed. It was 14.
All right. Okay. Now I can roll the damage for that attack.
I
Alright,
tried.
so how many of us are screwed?
Let's see. The only one that's probably gonna be up is Mika.
185. I'm down.
Minus your. Don't forget your armor. This is.
Oh, yeah.
Your armor.
Minus 15. So that's 80, 170. I have 4 hit points.
All right.
I'm
That was
at
a magic attack, right?
Physical attack. What's your regular armor?
20.
So you take 165 rocket.
We could take no damage.
minus 165.
You get
I am down to 32 hit.
All right.
Alright.
Kyra's armor is 15, so she takes the same amount of damage as Nee, which was what?
160.
Yeah, I told you, it was 170.
170, sorry.
Right. Okay.
Healing round.
All right. And yeah, Mika's fine. Everyone comes crashing back to the ground, and I'm gonna do a thing.
All things considered, that wasn't as bad as Caius's, because only one of us is unconscious.
All right. So now we've got a big ass crater decorating the whole thing.
I mean, we're barely alive.